Alright, hello everyone, I am the man and welcome to a bit of a different video. I kind of wanted to sort of reflect on Project Fear. I made a video a while back discussing Project Fear. I know it kind of looks a bit different here. I'm testing different camera angles now that I can actually use my tripod, which I never knew. So things are going to look a bit different. So I'm trying to figure things out. But as you can see behind me, if you can, there is, I have the Project Fear channel popped up on my Xbox. So, I wanted to discuss this, sort of talk about, was it worth it? Is Project Fear worth it? Was it worth the wait? Is it worth watching? Is it better than the TV show? Well, these questions are kind of hard to ask, or kind of hard to answer, but I'm gonna try my best to sum up what I personally think of Project Fear. If you have not seen the last video I did talking about Project Fear, go check it out. I did a video, I think it was last year, before it ever aired on YouTube, so what I thought would happen, what I thought it would be like. So it should pop up in the corner and at the end screen, so stay tuned for that. But I kind of want to talk about what I like and what I don't like about the show, the positives and negatives. Well, Project Fear, the people themselves didn't, I don't even think they saw the video. They're probably not going to see that one. That's fine. But I kind of want to give sort of my critique, and let's start with what I like. It is the TV show. It is straight up the TV show, except 10 times longer, which is good. It is very good. I'm very glad that they actually made long videos instead of these short, bite-sized videos that aren't really good, that a lot of paranormal channels do, because I want to see everything, not just here and there. I want to see everything. And that's what this does. And they split, and what I actually like, I like that they split up the investigation and the overnights into two parts. So it makes watching more interesting, and not only that, but it's a lot more less condensed into one whole thing. So you get to see a lot of the building that they investigate, and then you get to see what happens when they stay overnight, and it's just really well balanced. It really is. And it's honestly a very good idea, because I didn't know how they were going to do it. But as of right now, they just ended sort of like a little mini season of the show, and I don't know when it's going to be back. So, and it's been a year now since it has appeared on YouTube, and there's a bit of a big gap in it now, because I mean, they're not huge TV stars. I don't mean to like sound, rude or anything, but these aren't like huge celebrities, so they aren't set for life. They have jobs, they have careers, they have things they do in real life. And so there's like these big time gaps in when the next season will arrive. Let me try and fix my microphone here. And which is fine. I think it's good. It's not overly like, oh, I can't wait for the next season. It's like, it gives you enough to watch to where it's like, you can wait. You can wait. And it's pretty much every Friday, which is good. I like channels that stick to either an everyday upload like I do, or a certain day upload. And this fits because it's like TV. You gotta wait until next week to see the next episode, or you got to wait until next month or next year for the next season. You know, it's just like TV, and it's so cool. Because, again, like I mentioned in the last video, there's nothing like this on YouTube, and still isn't, unfortunately. Unfortunately, my prediction was wrong. It did not change YouTube forever. It did not. I wish it did. I hope that their channel gets big enough to where other channels will look at it and be like, hey, we can make our own weekly TV show. We can have seasons. Because that's exactly what it is. It's just like the TV show. It really is. You know, you gotta you have to wait until next Friday to see the next episode, or next month for the next season, or the next year for the next season. You know, you gotta wait a little longer for the next season, but you gotta wait until next week to see the second part of the episode, and it's really cool. I actually really like it, and the more now that I'm discussing it and really thinking about it, it's really well done. It is, and another thing that I like is that it's nothing different. They're not going big and huge and like the scares or anything like that. It's literally just like the TV show. It's just like it, except longer. There isn't like huge scares. You know, it doesn't go overboard with itself. They don't take it too seriously, but also it's still creepy as hell, and it's still scary. It still gets you get your nerves, you know, it gives you like goosebumps and stuff. You know, makes you feel uneasy, just like the TV show, man. It's really cool. And now for the negatives. There's not very many, but I will have to say the titles on the thumbnails need to change. I know they're trying to get views. They're trying to get people to watch, and that's good. You know, I would say it's kind of clickbait, but it's honestly done in a way that it kind of makes sense, especially at the beginning. And I do think, I know they probably don't want to do anything simple with the titles like season 1 episode 2, you know, stuff like that, but I hope they include more of like the location in the title. I hope they do a little bit better with the thumbnails. You know, they could have at least shown like the building, because there's a lot of channels, not just paranormal, but there's a lot of like urbex and channels that show the building and stuff like that get good views. And I hope they kind of maybe change it up a bit with that. But I understand what they're kind of going for. I get it. But that's one of the main critiques. The other critique is, this is a minor one. It doesn't really get too under my skin, but taking a break to promote the fear site that they own, it's kind of but I understand. And they also do sponsors, which is but again, I understand. But you know, those are just minor critiques. Those are just teeny tiny critiques. But now we're going to discuss, is it better than the TV show? Can this change YouTube? No, I don't think it will change YouTube, if it hasn't by now. I get their channel is only at 400,000, which is surprising to me. But hopefully they get to 1 million, like, really soon. But I feel like what they're doing with titles and thumbnails is going to stir a lot of people away. That the couple of videos, the main, I want to say 4 beginning episodes, like, it might be 3 beginning episodes, they have about 1 million views. The rest are kind of like up and down. Of course, that's the way YouTube is, but it's just, I feel like what they're doing with thumbnails and titles is really going to stir a lot of people away, because they think, oh, it's the people that don't know Project Fear, that don't know Destination Fear, that never watched the TV show, they're going to think, oh, it's just one of those hokey, over-exaggerated paranormal videos on YouTube. When in reality, it's not. In fact, much like the TV show, I believe more from what they experience on Destination Fear. I believe more of what the Fear team has experienced than what Ghost Adventures has experienced, and especially Ghost Hunters. But again, that's just my opinion. That's just how I see it. But is it better than the TV show? To be honest, yes and no. It's really hard to beat the show, the TV series, because they experienced a lot of crazy shit. They did. They experienced a lot of crazy shit. But on this, there's some episodes. I think there's maybe like one that I didn't really like, or two that I didn't really like. But there's some episodes that get really intense. Like really intense. To where it just gets crazy of what they experience, and that's sort of a good thing to me. But sorry, hold on, let me pause my recording. Didn't realize the background got dark, sorry about that. But I sort of, you don't know what you're going to get with this show. Whether it be the YouTube series or even the TV series, you never know what they're going to experience, and I like that. But again, it's like it's again with the thumbnails and the titles, they really need to like change it, because I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of things are like stirring away, is because it despite it being a pretty damn popular TV show on Travel Channel, there's a lot of people out there that don't watch TV anymore, and hell, people that don't play or don't stream or don't pay for Discovery Plus, that don't know this show. So that's sort of my critique. That's how I see it. But am I going to keep watching? Yes. Should you check it out? Yes. I know this video is kind of short, but I kind of just wanted to say, is it worth it? I was looking at my channel, and I saw that video. I was looking at the most popular, see how those videos were doing, and I saw that. I was like, I should really talk about this now that it's out, and it's also been a year. So is it worth it? Yes. I do think a lot of people should go check this out. Not only that, but I think if they change the titles and change the thumbnails just a bit, I do think they can draw in a much bigger audience. Because a lot of people, and I'm starting to believe this now, that a lot of people are getting sick of those kinds of titles and those kinds of thumbnails. They're getting sick of it. They think it's going to be one of those fast-paced, attention-grabbing type videos, when in reality they're not. These things are an hour long. An hour. If you've seen the TV show, imagine those episodes an hour long. I mean, these things are long, they're slow, but there's quite a bit that happens. So it's really like balanced and stuff like that, but I still am going to support Project Fear and continue to watch with each new season that comes out. So anyways, go check them out. The link will be down in the description. If you have not seen the last video I did on Project Fear, go check it out. So, I know it was short. I didn't really know what to record, but whenever I saw that video, I was like, I should really talk about Project Fear again. Because it's worth it. And is it better than the TV show? That's up to you. If you've seen the TV show and want more, go for it. Because there's nothing different. There really isn't. If those thumbnails and those titles are stirring you away or made you not subscribe, if you think they were going to turn on this clickbait BS that so many paranormal channels do, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. That's not what they're doing. It's literally just the TV show. You can mirror the show, compare the show to the web series. You won't find a difference other than the fact that it's longer. And good kind of longer. So they're still going to investigate these abandoned places. They're returning to places they have already been. And they're trying out new things like they have always done on the show. And it's still worth watching. It's still scary. It's still intense. And it's still the same charm as the TV show. Yes, they're sponsors. Yes, they promote their Project Fear website. But that doesn't change the content itself. They're silly. There is one difference. I forgot to mention this. There is one difference. One big difference. If you watch them to see them like do silly stuff like explore, or not really explore, but like go on like these little adventures to like psych them up for the thing, to help mellow out the mood, you're not going to see that. They go straight to location, and to be honest, I much prefer it. Yeah, it's fun to watch them do skydiving or go-karts. It's fun to watch those, but sometimes you just want to go straight to the point and go right to the location. And yeah, they go right to the location. Those hours, that hour-long to 50 minutes or 40 minutes episodes are just them in the location themselves. There is no adventure or anything like that. They just go right to the location and they investigate. They still read the packet and everything else, but that's pretty much the only big difference. Other than that, it's just a TV show. That's all it is. So, hope everyone enjoyed. That's all I got to say about this, but let me know what you think of Project Fear. Give me your honest thoughts. Do you like the web series? What do you think? Do you think it's better than the TV show? Do you think people will start adapting this into other things on YouTube and start turning into TV shows now? I personally hope so. So yeah, I am the man. Goodbye.